Hello everyone, I am Hema Sati Sharma from Pratap World School, Pathankot. Students, we are discussing the chapter called Fiber to Fabric for class 7. We have already covered all the topic of the chapter except for reeling of the silk. So today it is the last topic of this lecture. Students, we know that for the production of silk, one has to rear silkworms, and rearing of silkworm for production of silk is called sericulture. Silkworm life cycle has 4 stages, which are egg, larvae, pupa and moth. When a larva prepares to become pupa, it forms cocoon. This cocoon is then utilized to make or produce silk thread. So in order to get good quality silk, we need to get good quality cocoons. In order to produce silk, the silkworm developing inside the cocoon is not allowed to mature into a silk moth. So when a cocoon is formed by the silkworm so that it can transform into a pupa inside the cocoon safely, if that cocoon is utilized to produce silk, that cocoon is boiled or the silkworm is killed inside, and it is not allowed to mature into a silk moth. Why is it so? Because when a silk moth on maturing comes out of cocoon by rupturing the cocoon, it damages the silk thread, and this way it lowers the quality of the silk. Therefore, to obtain good quality silk thread, as soon as cocoon is formed, the cocoon is boiled and the developing silkworm inside the cocoon is killed. But some silkworms or some cocoons are allowed to get matured, and pupa is formed and mature into adult silk moth and comes outside the cocoon by rupturing the cocoon. Why is it so? Because we need adult moths so that they can lay eggs and we can produce more silkworm, and this life cycle goes on. So what we are doing, we are taking few cocoons which are good quality, like cocoons which are bigger in size and the fiber is lustrous. We are keeping these cocoons as seeds for next life cycle. We are allowing them to mature so that adult silk moth comes out and lays egg, whereas rest of the cocoons are boiled so that the silkworm inside the cocoon get killed and we can obtain good quality silk thread. Here you can see in this picture that cocoons are boiled so that the larva inside or the pupa inside get killed. Now production of silk, we all know, is called sericulture, and to obtain silk, silkworms are reared and their cocoons are collected to get silk threads or fabric. These silkworms are fed on mulberry leaves, as we discussed in our previous lectures also. So to feed them with the mulberry leaves, mulberry trees are grown, and hence they are called mulberry silkworm or mulberry silk. So this silk is produced in 3 stages, which is first is rearing of silkworm to obtain cocoon, with that process is called sericulture. Next, the cocoons are processed to obtain silk fiber, and third is converting that silk fiber into silk cloth. Let's take the first stage, rearing of silkworm to obtain cocoon. Female silk, as we discussed in our previous lecture also, that female silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time. These eggs are stored carefully and they are hatched in hygienic conditions, maintaining suitable temperature and humidity. These eggs are then warmed to suitable temperature so that hatching occurs, and when eggs are hatched, these caterpillars comes out from the eggs. These silkworms are then fed on mulberry leaves day and night. These silkworms are voracious eaters, that is, they eat lot of leaves, and they increase enormously in size. The larvae are kept in clean bamboo trees along with the young and freshly chopped mulberry leaves. After 25 to 30 days, these silkworms stop eating and start spinning the cocoon. So after 25 to 30 days of hatching the silkworms, they stop eating and they start spinning the cocoon. How they spin the cocoon, this we have discussed in our previous lecture. Next stage is processing cocoons to obtain silk fiber. Once the cocoon are ready, these cocoons are collected and boiled in water to kill the pupa inside them. Hot water make the silk fibers of cocoon to separate out, because these in the cocoon the silk fibers are glued to each other with the help of a natural glue. This hot water help to remove that glue, and the silk fibers start separating with each other. These resulting fiber is called raw silk. The process of taking out silk fiber from cocoon for use as silk is called reeling. So reeling is the process of taking out silk fiber from the cocoons. Reeling is done in special machines which unwind the fibers of silk from cocoons. This, you can say, this is the process of reeling. In this, these cocoons are boiled in water and now the threads are separated. These are tied to the reeling machine and one silk thread is produced. Now, converting silk fiber into silk cloth include the weaving of silk yarn in loom by weavers. Here you can see a weaver is weaving silk cloth from silk yarns. So that was the last topic of the chapter. Thank you so much for your patient listening.